Hey guys, so the longer that I've been sober and the longer that I've been, really staying on top of my meditation routine, the stronger my inner guidance system is getting. So this video is kind of a follow-up on the video I made about a week ago. I think it was called "It's Becoming Impossible to Be Anyone But Myself." Yeah, anytime I get into agreements or activities or environments that aren't aligned with me and my values, which are becoming stronger and stronger every day, I just feel this incredible pain and tension, and it's becoming impossible to stay in those environments, to continue doing those activities, etc. And gotta remember to breathe when I record. I don't have to rush. I had a big breakthrough moment this month where I actually turned down a brand deal that I had accepted, and I want to talk about this. So I want to talk about why I'm no longer accepting influencer brand deals on my main profiles. Now there's a little bit of nuance here because I do have a side hustle where I create content for e-commerce brands, and I'll talk about that here because I think it's interesting. But yeah, so if you haven't noticed, I went through a major shift and a major transformation pretty much coincidentally right when 2025 hit. And it happened to be right after I did a 5-day silent retreat in my apartment. That was clearly a pivotal moment that brought me more deeply in touch with my intuition and brought me into deeper alignment with my purpose and courage to follow that purpose. So a shift happened there. Now, before this shift happened, I had not fully let go of the influencer business model. Okay, so the influencer business model, this is the business model that I have been running for many years here on this YouTube channel, where I was being more of an entertainer. The goal was to get high view counts so I could get a lot of ad revenue and also high paying brand deals. Okay. Now this feeling in my gut, this intuitive feeling that basically this feeling that I hate doing brand deals has been becoming more and more apparent to me over the years. It's just been dreadful to do these brand deals. Like, it doesn't feel like me. It feels forced. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like putting them in my videos. I hate it. Okay. But this is where my money was coming from, right? And, zooming out a little bit, this is why it's been so hard for me to let go of the influencer business model, period, in general. It's because being this particular persona on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram, being that persona created high view counts. It created ad revenue. It created brand deal income. It created a lot of money. So this letting go process that I felt called to, every time I try letting go, the views drop. And the more I lean into it right now, the more the views are dropping. Maybe, could I actually just make this a little interactive? Because I don't think there's anything here that's necessarily private. Do I care if you guys see how little ad revenue I'm making? I think it's fine. Look at my subscriber chart. So look, here's where the shift, just at the start of January, here's where the shift really happened, where I started really showing up as myself. And you can see I was losing subscribers already, but now I'm really losing subscribers. Okay. So everything is tanking. And this is what made it so hard for me to let go, because that's my bread and butter. It's the brand deals. It's the ad revenue. Okay. But I've been receiving this inner guidance to lean into a different direction. But my fear of letting go of what was comfortable and where the money was coming from, that fear was so strong that I kept saying yes to these brand deals. I kept making these particular types of influencer videos that I really didn't want to make anymore. I couldn't let go because the fear of the unknown was too strong. But after the silent retreat, right before the silent retreat, I accepted a brand deal on Instagram. I think it was paying like $500. And it was kind of aligned, honestly. Like it didn't seem like a bad brand or anything. But after the silent retreat, as you know, we were going through rounds of script approval and all of this feeling in my body, this feeling of no, like no, do not, I cannot do this brand deal. It is, how do I describe this feeling? Like, to do this brand deal would physically and emotionally be so painful, because I do not want to hold my body in this way, speak this script in this way. I don't want to do anything here that's not completely 100% authentic. Okay, so I went through a big reckoning moment. Like, okay, am I going to accept this money and do this thing that feels so painful and wrong for me to do? Or am I going to be honest, communicate up front with the brand about what's going on, back out of the brand deal, and choose my values, choose my inner guidance system? And I ended up backing out of the brand deal. Okay. And this feels like a huge breakthrough moment for me, because it indicates that I'm leaning into the unknown. I'm leaning into my purpose, even though I don't know exactly what that looks like right now. And it's starting to come together. Guys, my school community, the Creative Freedom group coaching thing that I'm starting, I'm calling it a beta because there's a lot of experimenting going on. It reached 10 members. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. So I did a beta run with early pricing for 10 people, and now the price is going up to $17 a month. And you see, let me show you my channels. This is my main YouTube channel now. And first of all, let's look at this shift again. I think I've showed it to you before, but so here's this is interesting actually. So here's the old way. It's all these crazy thumbnails, crazy editing. You can see I was trying to break through 2 years ago with this letting go video, but I always go back. I go back to the same stuff. I remember this video I remember, and in this video I remember, I was starting to feel that painful feeling, like I didn't want to go do these kinds of skate videos, but I was making myself do them because I didn't have the courage yet, or I didn't see the path. And I'm trying to break through with other topics here, but overall I'm not really fully letting myself break free. And then here, about a year ago, I started to have a big breakthrough moment. I'm destroying my niche for good. I started talking about all this creative freedom stuff. I was getting very little views, but then I kind of go back. I kind of go back into that same, skatey, YouTuber-y, influencer business model. And then these were the last two. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, I had this major breakthrough. And now, look at the shift right here. Look at the shift. Now it's just I'm just showing up, being a mess, teaching, doing whatever I need to do. Okay, so there can't be any brand deals here, because now it's all about promoting what I believe in. This is my own personal brand, my own personal business. I'm promoting my creative freedom group. I'm promoting one-on-one coaching and mentorship. I've got my free meditation group, my newsletter, my Instagram. It's different now, right? Like this Instagram is the one that I accepted the brand deal on. No freaking way. Not a fucking chance. It can't happen anymore. Like, I don't know how to describe this, but hopefully you're understanding. Now, here's the nuance, because here's my side hustle, okay? Here's my side hustle where I'm doing brand deals for e-commerce brands, and it's these very simple videos. You've seen my studio setup. I can film these videos in 5 minutes. The money from this has given me the courage to lean into this. Okay, it's been very freeing for me to lean into this and lean into the coaching and the community. It's been freeing for me to lean into this without having the financial pressure. So that pressure and fear that kept me attached to the brand deals that felt misaligned, that's what kept me taking those misaligned actions. But now some pressure has eased up because I have this. And I'll also just show you my Amazon page, because these are kind of mirrored, right? Like, so this has become its own thing. Okay, and within this, and I talked about this in this video, it's becoming impossible to be anyone but myself. I'm learning, I'm learning discernment about what brand deals to accept here as well, because sometimes the brands, they have this script, they have all this stuff they want me to do. And again, I just can't fake it anymore. Like, if I have to do anything beyond saying, hey, here's the product, here's what features it has, check it out. Anything beyond that, any sort of over exaggeration, any sort of hype, any sort of attention grabbing gimmicks, it's becoming too painful in my soul to do that. And I'm in the middle of some tension, because I just like how I had to back out of that brand deal that I agreed to. If I'm checking my email inbox and I have these brand deals, if I'm not very, very careful, and if I accept a misaligned brand deal for this side hustle, if I accept it out of fear, even when it's misaligned, maybe they want me to do something in the video that I'm not quite comfortable with, then when the product shows up, I'm like, oh fuck, like, I put myself in this pickle again. And then the pile of products stacks up. I procrastinate it. I procrastinate making a decision about what I want to do. But it's literally becoming impossible for me to do anything I don't want to do. So my work right now is, when that email comes in with the opportunity for money, it's so tempting to be like, oh, money, yes, let me say yes to that. But I need to be very sharp, very aware, communicate my boundaries very, very clearly and upfront, to ensure that I accept no contract, no energetic commitment that is misaligned for me. Because what happens if I accept any energetic commitment that is misaligned for me is I'm in a pickle. Because it's going to be impossible for me to fulfill it without experiencing deep, deep, deep soul pain. Okay, so this is scary, because it means saying no to opportunities that can bring in money and help me pay my bills and this sort of thing. But why is it worth it to say no to misaligned opportunities? Because then, when there are aligned opportunities, my energy is literally infinite. It's like the opposite of this, like, ooh, no, like, painful feeling, like, I don't want to do that brand deal. When it's showing up in my community for a community call, it's like, I'm all the way like, yes, I'm passionate about this. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to be. There's this outpouring of like energy and love and expression, and it is infinite. It is infinite, infinite, infinite. So this has been the big breakthrough that I wanted to share with you in this video. Again, continuing to fight my perfectionism patterns by showing up here. I know that this delivery came out pretty all over the place, you know. I didn't make a plan to share this, but again, I'm leaning into this. Someone actually left a comment saying like I should start a yap streak, and it's kind of what's happening already. I'm kind of having this realization in this creative freedom that I've unlocked for myself, which I, am available to teach one-on-one in my group community for anyone who's interested. All that info is in the description. In this new creative freedom that I've unlocked, I've realized it's very easy to post every single day. There's no reason I can't post every single day in 2025 if I don't want to. So it's very, very fascinating to have unlocked this level of freedom and to have given myself permission to express myself however it wants to come out. So I think that's it. We'll continue to practice discernment with saying no to misaligned opportunities so that I have more and more opportunity to show up fully and say yes for aligned opportunities. That's my intention going forward. One more thing to say. Once I said no and I backed out of that brand deal, I was so scared to let them down. This comes from my people pleasing. I was so scared to let them down that they were going to be mad, upset, but I really just communicated with them honestly from the heart, and they totally understood and they wished me the best, and it couldn't have gone better. And once I got that off my chest, I just felt so free, so free to dive in to what I'm meant to dive into. So I hope you found this inspiring, for your own journey. This brand deal thing is just a metaphor of a bigger idea. So I hope you're tasting that. I hope you're finding inspiration in this. And I've been greatly appreciating everyone's participation in the comments. Please feel free to continue sharing your thoughts and experiences. If you want to work with me in any capacity, links are in the description. I'm available to support you however I can, and I'll see you next time. Bye.